morning, guys. We're waking up with the animals at the Buffalo Zoo this morning. The aroma of the coffee here is just waking us up this morning, and we're having a conversation and greet with the goats at 6 o'clock right here at the Richardson Olmsted campus. Live with the goats. So if you're thinking of having your own dog, but don't know which breed you really want, it's that time of year when Apple drops its newest iPhone. So what are the experts saying before the big reveal? Different strains of the flu to make the most effective vaccine. The Tuesday after a long weekend is the worst kind of Monday. If you're feeling blue, your vacation is over, you're not alone. The Bills are such a fun team, so I am a Bills fan and a Patriots fan. Gotta set the record straight here.
Okay.
And I did some push-ups to practice, I promise. So their tip is all theirs. Uber doesn't take any of it. I've talked to a lot of drivers about this. I read countless articles to try and find the best deals. So here's 4 things to remember. The best deals are tech products. TV. Nobody circles the wagons. The hype is real for the undefeated matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots this Sunday.
I just want to kick the Patriots' butt.
But this is the matchup that will define probably the rest of the NFL season.
I fear Josh Allen, Frank Gore, John Brown, who's stopping us, Trey Edmonds, Ed Oliver, Jerry Hughes, who's blocking us.
The hype overflowing into apparel stores. Sports Obsession at the Walden Galleria sold 100 Josh Allen jerseys in only 1 week.
One New York team.
You know, everybody's just like a true fan, and everybody shows up. We have the best fan base in the NFL.
There's a great environment on Sunday, so.
AFC East rivals. The young Josh Allen versus the veteran Tom Brady. Both teams 3-0, but one will walk out of New Era Field victorious.
I don't know, they're special. They're a good team.
Let's go!
Okay, Rebecca. Okay, so let's be real. What is your prediction? Because I think really we have to go to you. You're the Bills fan and Patriots fan.
Yes, born and raised a Patriots fan. They're in my heart forever. But Buffalo is my home now. And the Bills Mafia are just the best fans in the U.S. They're so much fun. They're so exciting. I want to see the Bills win this weekend.
Okay,
I'm saying 28-24 Bills.
I appreciate you answering the question.
I have to tell you,
Right.
she's still very likable, even though she's telling us she's a Patriots fan. It's so impossible not to just love her.
I haven't talked to her all week.
In 3 weeks, the first major holiday of the season will be knocking on our doors. Literally. For Halloween, there are many ways to save a few dollars.
You don't have to give out king-size candy bars. You don't necessarily have to give out chocolate. You can give out smaller things for these holidays. You can try to make some homemade costumes.
You put the costumes away, then it's time for the big meal, Thanksgiving. All the food, traveling, and not to mention Black Friday can get expensive.
I always like to tell people to do a potluck for Thanksgiving, even if it's a partial potluck where the host is going to make the turkey and maybe the mashed potatoes. I don't think it's bad in order to ask people if they wouldn't mind contributing a little bit towards the festivities, even if it was just $5 or $10 a person, depending on what you're spending.
And the big money grabber, Christmas.
It's all about planning. Trying to set a real budget for yourself, what you want to spend as a whole, and then breaking it down based on all the individuals that you plan to buy for, how much you can afford to spend on each individual, and trying to really hold true to that plan.
The Consumer Credit Counseling Services in West Seneca charges $25 for your first budgeting session if you need more help too.
Well, because we lost our daughter to breast cancer 3 years ago.
And that's why Ed Sibilio is donating this check to Roswell Park.
So other people don't have to experience what we did.
You donate your money to help those who are fighting.
Riding for Sally Stroka.
To support those who survive and to one day find a cure.
I mean, I was diagnosed with breast cancer that was a more aggressive kind. And here I am, I'm still here.
But where does the money actually go? It all starts right here, the donation table that collects the cash and digital donations. Its next step, the Roswell Park Alliance Fund.
The money coming in from the charitable organizations are kind of the lifeline to a lot of these ideas.
Scientists need seed money to fund their individual projects, so they apply to the Alliance Fund for a grant to kickstart their research in the lab. Dr. Dominic Somalia has been researching prostate cancer for 10 years. He received $50,000 from Roswell to create a master plan on how he'd create a life-saving drug for patients.
So we got to get down into some basic first experiments, and those experiments cost money. Getting that critical pilot data is what allows us to then convince other scientists that this is worth pursuing.
With that initial research, doctors are then able to apply for the National Cancer Institute grants, and doctors could be awarded up to $1.5 million.
And you got to have the best possible data up front, and you got to be persistent.
So that $10 you donate to the Ride for Roswell or countless other fundraisers helps plant the seed for what could be the next breakthrough in the battle against cancer. A battle that Western New Yorkers like Chris Everly have won.
Help the next person to end cancer, to survive cancer, to just get through all the things you got to do when you have it.
Starting on September 25th, Roswell Park will allow the community to direct a donation to the research that means the most to them. So you can directly donate to breast cancer research, prostate cancer research, or 25 other areas. And for Roswell's, Dave. Welcome back. All new for you this morning, a growing trend that you may have picked up on while you were on the road. More and more women are out on the front lines of big construction projects. So I checked in with some local companies to see how the industry is evolving and why more women are putting on the hard hats. Amanda Lober of Akron is a truck driver for Cold Spring Construction. She starts her day at 7 a.m., making sure her big rig is ready for the road.
Check my truck, check my trailers.
On this particular day, she's taking water pipes used during construction on the Skyway and moving them from the outer harbor to another site.
Once I'm on the site, I find what I need to pick up, load it, and leave.
Lober is one of a growing number of women joining the male-dominated construction industry.
Women are expected to make up 25% of the market in 2020 in the construction market. The stigma of construction is kind of fading away a little bit more, and so women feel more empowered to get into the industry.
From office work to working in the field to project management, Lober says she wanted a job where she could make a great living, around $24 an hour, be outside, and constantly be learning new things.
I'm a hard worker. I love working.
And working hard can mean being on the clock for up to 14 hours a day during the busy season. Lober says her co-workers treat her just like one of the guys.
You just got to prove yourself. If you work as hard as they do, they realize that you're here for the same reason they are, and it's, you know, the paycheck that you take home at the end of the day.
The Construction Exchange of Western New York has created a Rise Up group to encourage women and minorities to jump into the construction industry. Ed, Katie?
I'm just excited to see people's faces when they walk through. I love this time of year. My kids absolutely, they ask me about it in June, July, so they ask me about it all year round, and we plan for it all year round. When this
Kind of the same. Not noticing a huge difference. Oh yeah, actually if you pull them down you can tell.
I feel like it's worth it, especially because people are on their screens all day. You might as well try it out.
I don't know if I would try them unless the benefits seemed overwhelming.
Just because we know there's no harm in doing it, and because there is anecdotal evidence that if we decrease the amount of light coming into our retina, there may be less chance of damage and diseases like macular degeneration.
So if you're thinking of trying it, I bought these glasses on Amazon, 2 for $16, and I've used them for a few weeks now, and I've totally seen a difference. This is not an ad. I'm just regular old person wanting to try them. Might be a placebo effect, but when I wear them, I don't get as many headaches. And how do I look? right?
Beautiful. Do you wear glasses normally?
I do, but I use contacts when I wear these, and just with the computer screen, I can really tell the difference from the blue light to a more calmer light. It helps my eyes, especially when we're up this early in the morning.
Oh, that is true. I do get a lot of headaches, so Rebecca was kind enough to share a pair with me.